So students, welcome back to English Time. Today I am standing before you for 4 activities from your chapter Mountain and the Squirrel. So don't waste our time, let's go straight to our activities. So let's see what is the first activity. It's an easy one for you, very easy one. Now you look at that activity. What is that? You can see 2 columns. On the one column, squirrel is there, and on the other column, mountain is there. And above that column, you can see a bracket. In that bracket, some words are there. Very big, small, can carry forest on the back, can crack a nut. So, what is the task is, you write the correct word under squirrel and mountain. If very big is suitable for mountain, you write very big under mountain. Like that, you write the correct word under the correct word squirrel or mountain. You write correct word under squirrel and under mountain. That is the first activity. So it is an easy one, isn't it? Okay, fine. So you saw the first activity. Now we can go to second activity. What is that? Let's check out. Read the last 4 lines of the poem. A very pretty squirrel track. Talents differ, all is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forest on my back, neither can you crack a nut. When you read these lines, you can see some similarities between these lines. First, you look at the first line. A very pretty squirrel track. What is the last word in that line? Track. And it ends with the sound k. Now can you find out another word which ends with the sound k? Yes, back. Now you know what we call these pair of words. Yes, rhyming words. So what are the other rhyming words in these lines? Put and nut. Then, what is the task? Pick out more rhyming words from the poem. You just understand there is no rhyming word, it is rhyming words. So there must be 2 words in a pair of rhyming words. Don't write one word. Now you find out another rhyming words from the poem. You write down in your textbook, that blank space in your textbook. Okay? So this is the second activity. Before we are going to the third activity, I want to show you something. Now you look at this poem. Soft, smooth snow falls silently from the sky. The snow is so silvery and small. Slowly you slip and slide on the snow. Now you look at the another poem. Tigers. Tim the terrifying tiger tiptoes through tangled trees, his twitching tail thumping, his terrible teeth terrifying turtles who tremble away. Now you look at the next poem. Penny panthers busy as a bee, best by round and round the rugged rocks the rat rascal ran. When you read these poems, there is a speciality in these lines. Look at the first poem, soft, smooth snow. But s. This sound, s is repeating. Next, falls silently from the sky. In that, f and s sound is repeating. In the next poem, what is that? Tim the terrifying tiger tiptoes through tangled trees. You know which sound is repeating? Too. Next, Penrith panthers, p, busy as a bee, best by. The sound is b. We call these type of lines or this type of speciality, we call it as alliteration. A sound is repeating them, not a letter, it is a sound. We write P, but the sound is P. We write B, the sound is B. BC, B, best, by. B is the. അതായത് ഒരേ ഒരേ ലൈനിൽ തുടർച്ചയായിട്ട് വരുമ്പോൾ അതിനെ പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് അല്ലിട്രേഷൻ. ശബ്ദമാണ്, അക്ഷരമല്ല. അക്ഷരം ബി ആണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ ബ് എന്നാണ് പറയുക. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇതിനെ പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് അല്ലിട്രേഷൻ. ആൻഡ് യുവർ തേർഡ് ആക്ടിവിറ്റി, വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദാറ്റ്? Read the following lines from the poem. The mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel, and the former called little prig. In the third line, the sound L is repeated in the beginning of the words later and little. This is an example for alliteration. Third line, later, little, prig. So, later, little, L sound is there. So, that is alliteration. Now, what is the task? One more example is there. My love is a red rose. R, r, r. R sound. It is not R sound, it is R sound. It is repeating. Now identify and write down words that are examples for alliteration from the last 4 lines of the poem. From the last 4 lines of the poem, you find out the alliteration. Alliterating lines. You write only that lines. Understand? First you read that last 4 lines, then you find out the alliteration or alliterating lines and write down that in one by one. So that is a third activity. Now what is a fourth activity? Let's see what is fourth activity is. Write a summary of the poem choosing relevant sentences from those given below. Relevant means പ്രസക്തമായത്, അതായത് ആ പോയത്തിന് പ്രസക്തമായ വരികൾ. So you find out that relevant sentences and write down one by one എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒന്നായിട്ട് എഴുതാം. അപ്പോൾ അതിനോട് ചേർന്ന് എഴുതുന്ന വരികളെ കൂടി വായിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? അതൊരു സമ്മറി ആയിട്ട് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റും. അപ്പോൾ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കേണ്ടത് ഒരിക്കലും നമ്പർ ഇടരുത്. 1, 2, 3 നമ്പർ ഇടരുത്. അങ്ങനെ സമ്മറി എഴുതാറില്ല. സമ്മറി പറഞ്ഞാൽ ചുരുക്കമാണ്, നമ്മൾ ചുരുക്കം എഴുതാറില്ലേ അത്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ലൈൻ ആദ്യത്തെ വാചകം, അടുത്ത ലൈൻ രണ്ടാമത്തെ വാചകം, അങ്ങനെയാണ് എഴുതേണ്ടത്. So what is the first? The mountain and the squirrel begin a quarrel with each other. If this is relevant to the poem, ഇത് പ്രസക്തമാണ്, ഇത് പോയതിൽ പറഞ്ഞതാണെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ വരി എഴുതാം. They quarrel because the mountain feels that it is more important. The squirrel says that it takes a year to make all sorts of things and weather. The squirrel says that he is quicker than the mountain. The mountain has got many trees on it. The squirrel says the mountain is wise. The squirrel is grateful to the mountain for giving him a path to move along. The poem tells us that everyone has his or her own talent and hence everyone has a contribution to make. So find out the relevant sentences and write down as a summary. Okay? So these are the 4 activities for you, and you do it and send it to me. So that's it for today's class. Bye bye. See you.